So going back to I think about maybe like 15 minutes ago, you was talking about like you're an avid reader, right? And you say you ask a lot of questions, you read a lot of books. So like this next question kind of falls into that category. What books do you recall? And it's a three-part question. So the first part is, what books do you recall reading to help you get to where you are currently?
Okay. Well, this morning I went through a couple books because I read I buy them on Kindle and I buy them on Audible so I can read it and listen to it. So I was working out this morning and I was going through the last bit of Viktor Frankl's A Man's Search for Meaning, which is awesome. You know, you can't get enough of that. And just reading some of the intricacies of what he talked about. Then I went into another book he wrote called Yes to Life, or something to that degree. Um, and so I've just been feeding on Viktor Frankl, which is just, making that choice. That's why I come in so strong against the genetics, is like your genetics are beautiful. It makes it uniquely who you are. Does it have baggage? Of course it has baggage. Are you complete slave to it? Well, if you believe if you're a complete slave to it, then now now it's dictating. The Viktor Frankl thing is like, use your choice. You know, Stephen Covey made Viktor Frankl popular. He says, hey, between the stimuli and your response to that stimuli is this little space called freedom of choice. Use it. I like Stephen Covey. I've read a lot of Don Miller is a just brilliant writer on business stuff. I love to read biographies of founders and early stages of companies and what they do. I love reading articles that are not, um, making excuses and apologize for capitalism. Just, the people they're making billions of dollars now. They're downing capitalism, the very vehicle that got them there. There is this thing called benevolent capitalism. So, which is you create. I redefine in this book here, Power to Create. I redefine wealth as creating value to serve others. And the more you do that, the more wealth you're going to generate, and the more wealth you're going to be able to gather. So, so that I've got, I mean, if you mention a book, I've read it. Keep, I love authors that make me think.
Hmm.
And uh,
Well, thinking
so
about
it's neat.
authors that make you think,
Yeah.
let's talk about you for a minute. Like you just pulled up your book, so let's talk about that book for a minute. Is that
Yeah.
the only book that you've authored, or have you authored multiple?
I've written three other books here. And this is one I'm probably proudest of because it really captures the essence of my coaching methodology and really my philosophy of life. And I jump right in the middle of this book of defining your relationship with money. So most people, like if I were to talk to all the people, I can see all the people watching this now, and I say, hey, if I had $1 million to give you, would you take it? Yeah. Who wants more money? Yes, I want.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked the same crowd. I said, now, have you ever seen somebody that didn't have a lot of money and they came into a whole lot of money at one time? You see it really messed them up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you've seen people ruined by money. Oh yeah, I've seen people ruined by money. Well, is that a cognitive dissonance here? You want more money, yet money ruins people. So which is it? So I in the book I talk about really getting into a healthy relationship with money. And then I redefine what wealth is. It is gathering of assets, money and houses and stuff, but it's really a creative process. It's something not that comes to you, but something that flows from you. And I have trained leaders on the back outskirts of Accra, Ghana, in in Mindanao in Philippines, outside of Cagayan de Oro, to in Switzerland and Sweden and England and Australia and Central America, South America. I've been all over the place teaching these things that you can create wealth. Wealth is creating value to serve other people, and it's built on an exchange system, not a free system. Free system promotes poverty. An exchange system uh, promotes increasing the exchanges you have with one another. So you got to have something valuable enough for somebody to want to pay or exchange something
Mhm.
of value to get that.
Hmm.
And so that's what we help people do in our coaching as well, as increasing the value they're able to create. So